Hey, what is up everyone? Kilrain here bringing another video, and this time we're going to talk about how you can actually win in Arena. With Black Desert Mobile, Arena is definitely one of those things that can be a little sketchy because you do have people who have spent a lot of money on the game and things like that, or just for some reason you get paired against people who have like 600 more CP than you. So I wanted to go over a couple of different tricks as far as winning in Arena. Now, overall, the success of winning an arena comes down to one simple thing, which is, uh, sandbagging. So normally whenever you're in arena, right, you're like, okay, I'm going toe to toe with this individual. They're blocking my attacks, but maybe I might be able to get a hit in. You still end up losing anyway, or they just time you out. The real key when it comes to going into arena is actually sandbagging your character by taking off gear. My typical experience whenever I queue into arena goes something like this whenever I'm wearing my normal gear. So, for us to go ahead and avoid that, what we're going to do is take off some of the weights. Now, normally what this means is looking at your actual equipment and seeing what you can remove as far as specifically your DP. Now, this gear is going to typically be your armor. You usually don't want to mess with removing our accessories because this is giving other substats like HP, like attack speed, which are actually very important when it comes to sandbagging yourself in arena. The main things that you want to look at is having gear that actually gives you baseline stats and equipping specific crystals which make it to where you are not increasing your CP but increasing your overall combat effectiveness through things like attack speed, critical strike, as well as HP. Now, this is my sandbag set. You can take a look right now where my CP is at 2891, right? Because I have 1396 DP, 1495 AP, right? Now, if we go into here and equip our +0 helm with 4% crit chance and attack speed, our gloves, which give 4% attack speed, an additional 2.15% attack speed, our armor, which has an additional 100 health, and lastly, boots with movement speed and 2.7% crit chance. Now we're looking at something like 1421 AP with only 976 DP, but 2400 combat rating. 2400 combat rating, I would say, is the average for a normal player around I'd say level like 52, 53, and they're just starting to get their gear up into the early 20s. But what's going to end up happening here in this situation is we basically unload. We raised our AP to a maximum level compared to those around us, and so when they're rocking their DP around like, I don't know, let's say 1200, and we have 1421 attack power, we're actually going to just stomp people. So let's go ahead and take a look at what ends up happening when you unload like this. So, for those of you who don't know, going into the arena, click in the top right, go to arena. Big thing, make sure you are doing arenas daily. And if you're constantly like checking the game and whatnot, make sure you have one of your chests running on a timer because you can only have 3 of these at a time. And this is more silver, more materials that you want active consistently. So, I'm just going to give you a quick overview for those who play Valk. This is my skill set when doing arena. You have your grab, you have a stagger, you have another stagger which leads into a knockdown, which can combo into your grab, and then you poke the shit out of them while they're on the ground. You have a forward charge defense, which is protected, and you have a heal. Heals are massive in arena, guys. If you're an archer or ranger, witch, or Valkyrie, you need to have something that can give you self-healing, because the way arena works is at the end of the 2 minutes, whoever has the highest health wins. Now, this can lead to some pretty cheesy shit, like typically how I win against people who have much higher CP than me, where I poke them down a little bit and run around like a chicken with my head cut off, constantly spamming my heal. But regardless, that's how you want to win whenever you're playing against people who are much, much higher in CP. Otherwise, let's basically smurf on some kids. Let's take a look with our 2397 DP, 2593, level 51. This guy is not going to be extremely powerful, and he's a warrior, which is typically a really good thing for me. He wants to run around, be all aggressive. He's probably going to throw a shield at me. We can lead into 1-1, stab, grab, stab, shield toss. Look at the amount of damage that I just dealt to him in that one little run. We go through another charge, slam him down, throw out the shield, easy clap. This is exactly what happens when you sandbag your gear. He technically was over 150 CP above me, right? But because you have to play well, don't get me wrong, you can't just automatically win. You still have to try an arena, guys, but this makes it to where it is so much easier, and you're basically the one in the advantageous scenario rather than getting stomped on by people who catch you and, like, you know, you deal 5% damage and they deal, you know, 50% of your entire life in one go. Now, the caveat to this, though, guys, you do have to outplay your opponent. You have to play smart, because vice versa, you might hit like a truck, but they're going to hit like a truck to you. So this player at 2748, he's actually, like, that's almost the same gear level of my Valk in normal gear. So I am going to have to actually probably play this well. But look at this. You see how much damage I just did in one little catch here? So we're going to get one catch here. Oh, I'm actually surprised that didn't go through. Go with our roll. That will knock him down. Boom, boom, and boom. I don't know. I don't know if he was doing the same thing. I think they give some sort of equalizer whenever it comes to gear. But, bro, he was 2,800 CP when I'm rocking 2,400. Y'all saw how quickly I just decimated through his character. He very well could have been a very, very high-end character just like me, or a higher-end character who is sandbagging their DP, because we dealt an insane amount of damage. Now, this is a strategy, apparently. I actually learned this from another individual, that this is a strategy that they used a lot in Korea whenever it comes to their arena system, because it hasn't fully updated just yet. Or the NA version hasn't fully updated to the newer style in Korea. But there can be some, like, 5-head big brain plays where people do go still very, very high DP instead of going very high AP with their gear. So when they encounter these, like, Smurf type characters such as ourselves, where we're rocking the 1400 to 1500 AP bracket, we will basically poke them for nothing, and it almost guarantees a win for them. But early on in the game, most people are not utilizing this strategy, and I hope that people can make use of it instead of making it an absolute struggle whenever they're trying to get their arena wins for the day, or make sure that they have something actively running for their chest. I hope you found this information helpful, guys. I hope that you capitalize on this method as well. Once again, make sure whenever you are looking at your gear, you are prioritizing things that are not technically increasing your attack or your defense, because that's going to push your CP higher and higher and higher, resulting in you fighting more and more geared opponents. You want to keep it as low as possible. Ideally, you'd probably want to use just a green helm here, but this is what I've gotten myself. Go ahead and craft this gear at your blacksmith, super cheap. Put some blue crystals in there that are valid, but then crank that weapon, crank that offhand, and make sure you have good accessories to at least give you the bracket of HP following. Thank you all for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are going to use this, make sure you click the notification bell for any future videos that I may post, as well as updates anytime that I do start streaming on Restream through both Twitch and YouTube. But make sure to click a like and post any comments you have down below. I want to get the interaction with the audience a little bit higher on these next videos, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.